Hey everybody, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully everything is going well tonight after we had our awesome conversation last night that I was rudely interrupted, actually just kicked off for on the internet. Hopefully that doesn't happen again tonight. I'm going to try to answer your questions, but first of all, before I do, I would like to go over this. We're all excited about the EIDL loan or EIDL advance coming back, but there's more. This is very huge. And I can't believe it's not just totally blowing up the airways right now, but it will. And you will be the first to know this and the first ones to take comfort in this. It can be true. 10K per business, can that be true? Well, it can happen. It can happen. It can totally happen. Let me show you how, because on the, let me show you exactly what's going on here to get the specifics down for you. On the bipartisan ensuring increased disaster loan EIDL. When a bipartisan means the Republicans and the Democrats are kind of agreeing with this. And this is the Republican from Texas and the Democrat from Nevada. And they're putting in the Disaster Loan Small Business Act in Section S4227. It would provide $1 billion in appropriations for the EIDL loan. It would provide $80 billion for EIDL advances. And then in the next couple down, we say... this is the beauty of it right here. Let's read this part together. And it says, this will prohibit, this new bill would prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on economic disaster loan advances. So they can't place limitations on this. If you have a business, they can't limit you and say, okay, well, you need to have this or that. But, okay, here, I'm going to read it all the way through. You guys can read it too. It's right. I put it up for you. Prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on economic injury disaster loan advance under the bill. All eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act, regardless of size. So if we can all read and comprehend and understand what this says, I think we might have a reason to get excited here, people. Oh my gosh, if this passes, then say you got that $1,000 grant that we thought was going to be a $10,000 grant, we could get the full $10,000 granted, could come our way. Wow. Okay. There's more. Wait. There's more to back that up, because along with that, they said this. They will require the economic injury disaster loan advance grants to be dispersed to eligible small businesses within 3 business days of request and not to be contingent upon approval for economic injury disaster loans. So they don't need, you don't have to be approved for the loan. It's not, that doesn't matter. You get this grant. You get this advance. You get this EIDL advance within 3 days of the request. That is just that's something to jump up and down, to call your friends about. This is just an interesting, and it's happening now. So I don't know, man. You tell me if I'm getting too excited about this. And I have been seeing a lot of people. Dale Soller says $80 billion only gives 8 million businesses a full 10K. That's a lot of businesses. But there's more. I mean, that's 8 million businesses. Yeah, that's a lot of money. And heavy, can't hear. Okay, let me try turning it up. There we go. There we go. Now can you hear me better? Hopefully that's better. Okay. Check 1, 2. Can everybody hear me okay? Do I have to accept the loan in order to get the grant? No, you do not have to accept the loan in order to get the grant. So here we are, people. We now stand at a place where there are 8 million businesses, is a lot of businesses, and a lot. So I would think that that this could be even go further. It could go further because a lot of businesses have already gotten grants, and there's a lot of grant money that's already been out there. So if you've already got your $10,000 grants for your business, they're not going to add another $10,000 onto that. But and not every small business is in that much trouble. We're not trying to give it to every small business in the world because they're in the United States because they're a small business. There's small businesses that are needing the money that are applying for this loan and applying for the grant. So hopefully, if this goes through, people, we are just on the cusp of seeing a business, just the money just start rolling out into the economy, and it would be so huge. It would be so huge. So anyway, I think that this is bigger than what any stimulus package news could be providing to you right now. Talked to an SBA. Miko Maluzzi said they talked to an SBA rep today, and she told them that I needed to accept the loan in order to receive the grant. You can accept the loan in order to. That's the first time I've heard that anybody say that they had to accept the loan in order to receive the grant. You have to either accept or decline the loan, but if you accept the loan, you can always just give it right back, no charge, free of charge. So I mean, there's ways to do it. That you can accept the loan, and if they don't have a button yet to decline the loan, they should have done that a long time ago. Hopefully they'll pick it up, and I know there's a new computer system that has just been implemented just recently, like days ago. That's why everybody was waiting so long for a while, because there was the new systems coming aboard and everything getting restructured. But right now people are getting loans popped out to them left and right. So and why you wouldn't take that loan, I don't know. A lot of people say they don't want to take the loan, but personally, if I could get $10,000 loan on, if it was even a loan, if I can get a $10,000 loan, I guarantee you I can double that money in 6 months, even in this time of day. Can you apply if you already did or only once? You can apply. If you got a loan, you can reconsider in order to get more money from the same lender. I've seen people doing that, but as far as reapplying after you already got a loan, I don't think that that's possible. But if you really feel like you should give it a shot and let me know how it goes. But I have heard of people saying, I'm not going to reapply, but I'm going to resubmit my application and ask for more money from the lenders. And I've seen lenders actually getting on board with that too. If you don't accept the loan, will you still receive the grant? Yes. The grant is yours. The grant is supposed to be a non-contingent basis. It's only contingent right now. The only contingency is to have the only contingency is to have an employee. And here's the problem: is a lot of people are just filling out the application and only putting themselves as the employee. If they are married, they could throw their spouse down and they can get another extra grand for that alone. However, with the new bill that's coming up, if you read this letter that's next to me, and I'm going to put the other one up right here, prohibit the new bill would prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act, regardless of size. Does that mean, is that you? I think that's you. It's $10,000 regardless of size. Now, if we've already put in for the loan, if we've already submitted something and we've gotten a $1,000 grant, what she's saying is it wasn't supposed to be like this. People were expecting a $10,000 grant, and they ended up signing for a 30-year mortgage on a loan, and that wasn't right for those people. So what could happen here is we could end up seeing if I got a $1,000 grant, say because I'm a sole proprietor, I could see another $9,000 pop into my bank account once it's just like a stimulus check popping in your deposit. This could happen, people. This is a really crucial point in the economy right now. This is a crucial time, and if this happens, I want to tell you, I will be so psyched. I will be so psyched, dude. And I can't believe that other people are just not so going nuts on this. Bob Gabriel was denied the grant. Is it too late to file for reconsideration or originally filed on 6/17? No, Bob. File again. We'll have Alicia on here. She's probably going to come on later. And she has been declined 4 times, approved on the 5th. So she applied. I know people say 3 strikes, you're out. No. You know when you're out is when you quit applying and quit reconsidering and quit trying to get these people to pump. You guys can pump up if you can get your, there's no volume. Another person said that too. Dang. Okay. If you guys can get your credit scores up higher, that would be great too. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can anybody hear me, or who can not hear me? Because this is very important information. Okay. I've submitted a 710. Volume is fine, Dale says. Yeah, try your left and right speaker adjustment. Get in the center, because sometimes only one speaker will work. It's like a mono thing. Anyway, Carrington says, I've submitted a 710, and they said I've had duplicate applications but only applied once. Am I still getting grant? Yes, you are, Karen, because that happens to many people. You're not the only one. You're in line with everybody. And in Carrington, you are saying the same thing that I heard from 3 people yesterday, saying, I accidentally clicked the button or whatever. I didn't know I submitted twice, basically. They're going to take the application that's in front of the next or the one that looks better even for a lender, and they're going to get rid of the other one. So you should be good. Is the advance there or no? The advance sounds good. Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, D. Appreciate that. The advance is there right now for the loan, but they're getting ready to bring back. If you look next to me, you'll see prohibit the SBA administration from placing limits on the EIDL advance under the bill. Eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 prohibited by the CARES Act, regardless of size. Regardless of size. So if that's you, and say you got $1,000 loan, yeah, or grant, yay, you were happy. You got $5,000 loan, yeah, you're super happy, right? Okay, that's cool. But wait a minute, it wasn't supposed to happen that way. It was supposed to happen where everybody was signing up for this because they thought they were going to get a $10,000 grant, a forgivable loan, which ended up not happening. So what they're saying is, dude, they weren't supposed to be putting contingencies on that grant. It was supposed to be a $10,000 grant. Now the Republican and the Democrat from two different states are coming up and saying, let's give them the package that we promised them in the beginning. So with that said, do we need to reapply? No, you shouldn't have to reapply. This should be an automatic thing. If it popped up tomorrow, if they signed it and agreed it, and Mnuchin said, okay, send it out, it would be like these businesses that had already applied should automatically get this money, kind of like a stimulus check saying, woo, they're in the system, pop it out, give them what they deserve. It's not a loan, so they can pop it out to everybody that applied already. And it would just be like, whoo, one quick rush. Whoo. It would be so cool. And I'm excited because I got a feeling it's going to happen. Anyway, and I'm also going to read this. The SBA S4227 would require EIDL advance grants to be dispersed to eligible small businesses. You have to be a business. So if you got a loan or a grant, you're considered a business. Even if you got rejected for a loan, but you got a grant and they still saw you as a business, then this is for you. The grants to be dispersed to eligible small businesses within 3 business days of request and not to be contingent upon approval for a disaster loan. So whether you get the loan or not, they're saying this small business, you're eligible for this grant. You still get that. You don't get the loan because, hey, your credit score was horrible and this and that, but you still get the grant. What is the credit score that they're looking for? Says Ferris. Wait, I skipped some people. Hold on one second. What if I got a loan, but my grant, should I do reconsideration? Loan, but not the grant. The grant should be coming. You will get the grant unless you clicked it wrong. Some people are saying they clicked it wrong or whatever. Yes, yeah, do a reconsideration on that for sure. Send them back something and say, hey, where's my loan? Where's my grant? For sure. If you don't see your grant after a respectable amount of time, maybe 2 weeks, then send them a reconsideration letter and say, hey, I didn't receive my grant. I got my loan, but where's my grant? Sure, absolutely. That goes to you. Hey, Harden, it's good to see you, man. And Miko applied on the 4th and still haven't received the grant. Miko, I was 30 days out before I received anything. Actually, 40 before I got my money, 30 before I got my first email. So hopefully you can get it soon because right now they've been kicking them out left and right this week. Hopefully they're going to do more even next week. Now that all this money is going back in, getting dished back in, get ready. Lenders are going to be shooting these things out to us. Do we need to reapply? Jimenez, that's probably regarding the 10K that everybody might be getting here, or the total of 10K. If you already got 2K, you're probably only getting 8. You shouldn't have to reapply. It's kind of like you're in the system now as to what you got for a grant. So they'll be able to see, okay, I'm looking at all this paperwork, and I'm seeing, hey, that person got 2,000, send them 8,000. This person got 3,000, send them 7,000. That person got 1,000, send them 9,000. It's not very hard. The computer systems can just run it through and figure that out and pump out those checks real quick. You shouldn't have to reapply. That wouldn't be that would just not make much sense. But if we do, we're going to stay on top of this. If we have to reapply, we need to make sure we're ready to do that. And we need everybody to be paying attention, not just to the stimulus package, because everybody's going to read these stimulus packages. You're wasting your time. It's like a soap opera. I'm not here about that. I'm here to make sure that we're on top of things to get money. While people are watching the stimulus package programs, that's all well and good. They can learn about that, and you're going to get a stimulus check in another month or a couple weeks or so. That's fine. But be ready for this rush of money to come through. Be one of those people that actually get it. And that's what we're here. That's what I'm trying to help here. I got approved for the EIDL loan. And this goes to Santiago Torres. I got approved for the EIDL loan. Is it still possible to get the $10,000 grant? Yes. Yes, it's possible for everybody, even if you're not watching this, but you filed for, or you don't know about it, and you filed for it, and you got a grant and a loan, or one of the two, and you're considered a business. Then this still is a non-contingent 10K grant advance, but they're calling it an advance. But it's actually a grant that everybody should be getting on contingent basis, which they made it contingent, the SBA administrator did. And that's why they're saying in that email, they're basically telling the SBA in the next, let me go here. They're basically telling the SBA administrator, hey, we're going to prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Because that's what they did. They placed limitations on it, on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act, regardless of size. Am I the only one talking about this? Am I the only one talking about this? I don't understand why. Okay. How do you do a reconsideration letter? Okay. This is going back to Santiago Torres. Give me a second right here, guys. I'm going to get him a little bit of information. I'm just going to throw that up. I just put a video up, Santiago. My last video. It's not like a live video or anything, but it has a couple ways to get in touch with the SBA. One is including getting in touch with the Senate committee. I just put that up. You can get in touch with the Senate committee in order to write them and let you know if you're feeling frustration, if you haven't gotten in a while. That's one a thing that's up there. And then one is to check the status on your loans and stuff like that. I just put a video up for all that. So if you guys want to go check that out, that's cool. This one's for you, Santiago. I'm giving you the email that goes to Santiago. There's the email for your reconsideration that you just asked me for. So hopefully you can just email them and say you want to reconsider. When you ask them to reconsider, make sure you put your application number. Don't just say, hey, I'm Santiago, but put your application number down. And that way they know where to find you and where you're at in line. Because usually if you reconsider, you actually go in front of those people that already have not applied yet. No problem. Santiago, no problem. What is the credit score that they are looking for? Hey, Santiago, that's for Ferris Corrupt. They're looking right now. It was at the lowest I've heard of is 513. But they were approved for 22K, which was really good. But they're actually lightening the restrictions right now with all that money. They're actually saying, hey man, a lot of people that didn't get this really needed it, even though they had bad credit scores. We need to help them out. So they're lowering it down. I think right now the lowest I've seen is 513. But if they're going to lower it to that, they might go down to 500. There's ways that you can go out there, people, and quickly within days, if you put your mind to it, get your credit score up, and you need to do that. So if you got 9K, you wouldn't be getting anything else. No, Juke, if you got 9K as a grant, you'd get another 1,000 to make it 10. That's how they would do that. If you got 9K loan, but only got 1,000 grant, you would still get 10K, another 9K. You know what I'm saying? It's a 10K advance. If you didn't get the advance for that much, then they would bump it up and make sure that that money was in your account. Can you imagine the economy? All these small businesses get $10,000 or at least a whole bunch more money to throw into their business that would just totally start circulating, and our businesses would be growing our business, getting our businesses to come back up and blossom again. That would be huge, people. This isn't just money to go out. This would be huge for the economy. I mean, I don't know if they, we need to be pushing for this. That's all I can say. And it's looking like it might just happen, which is good. Dale Sollers, I sent reconsideration email to PD Recons, but it didn't get a reply from that one. Did you try the one that I just gave you, that Dale? Put that in there. That's the one that Alicia, if she comes up tonight, that's the one that she used. So, and she got denied 4 times, approved on the 5th. So check out that one. Perry Gebhardt. And also, Ernest, if you're out there, hey, what's up, bud? Perry Gebhardt, what would I have to do if already received the grant and loan, but only 1,000 of the grant? Would I have to then file a reconsideration? That's the question of the night. No, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. Nobody should have to. If the government made a mistake and they know who is supposed to get a certain amount of money, they can correct it through their computer system. If they know that you got $2,000 and, oh wait, you say you only got $1,000 grant, they know you only got $1,000 grant. Now they say, hey, he's a business. How much of a grant did he get? He was issued $1,000 grant. Poof, there's the 9,000. He's done. Who's next? Boom. And it'll be like a stimulus check, only it'll be the grants for the businesses, for us. That would be so cool, people. That would be so, I mean, lifting up for this country. That would do so many great things for everybody. And that's what we're hoping for and praying for. Danny Garcia, I was only given 1K. Does that mean I still owe 9K? They still owe me 9K and my new subscriber from Texas. That it doesn't mean they owe you the 9K yet, but if the bill passes, yes, that's exactly what it means, that you'll get the 9K. Exactly. In a nutshell. You were only given 1K grant. You were a business. You deserved the $10,000 grant. That's what they're saying here. It says, this prohibits the administrator from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses will receive or shall receive the full $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act. If you're an eligible business, then you've already received something, you're in the category right now to receive that money. It puts you there. It puts you like, dude, do you not understand? This is huge, isn't it? I know, it's cool. Right on. Yeah, Ferris, it's very awesome. It's very, very awesome. And thanks for checking us out. Bob Gabriel, were you the first to address this topic? I'm sharing with all those I know so you can grow your channel. Thank you so much, Bob. I'm the only one that I know that's addressed it. I'm the only one that's, I found it. You know, I stay up late. I'm just a gringo staying up late trying to find cool things out where we can make some money. And yes, this is really cool. And I think I'm the only one talking about it. I've been the only one talking about the EIDL coming back too. I knew the EIDL was going to come back while everybody was getting their doom and gloom. I was like, dude, they brought the EIDL back on the first time around too. They brought the EIDL back on the first time. It ran out of money once before, and everybody's like, oh no, you're not going to get your loan. And here's another thing I want to clear something up to those people out there saying, hey, be careful where you spend the money. The FDA's, the feds are going to come looking for you. Let me clear something up with that. With that, because a lot of people are saying, I'm afraid to take the loan because I'm afraid that the feds are going to come after me. If you have a business and you've been given a loan, that lender needs you to do one thing more than anything, and that's pay your loan. You know your business better than the feds do. I know the feds said, yeah, 75% have to go to payroll, and then the other percent have to go to rent, and this, blah, blah, blah. Then they come down, 60% go to payroll, and then 50%. Now, here's what they're saying in the new act. Let me just say this to you people, because I know there's a lot of you, there's a lot of people, and I don't think anybody's talking about this. I'll be the first one to discuss this too, and that's about, I wish those YouTubers out there would quit scaring people not to taking this loan if they need it. Because part of this act says this. Prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations. It says that. Okay, we got that. And prohibit the U.S. small business SBA administrator from placing maximum caps and blah, blah, blah. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses shall receive the money. SBA is currently under EIDL. And also, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Senator Rosen said, I'm proud to introduce the bipartisan bill that would provide additional funding to EIDL advanced programs, as well eliminate SBA's arbitrary, harmful caps on loans and grants available to eligible small businesses. The important legislation provide more capital businesses that are in true need of help, and also giving them a greater flexibility. This is how you're spending your money. This is giving you greater flexibility in how to spend those funds to support your business and employees, because you know how to do your business. You know how to fund your business. And all those people out there telling you, oh, be careful, you got to do this, you got to do that. Hey, if what they're telling me to do isn't going to support my business, then I'm not going to use the loan just to stay alive. I'm going to we need that money to grow and to keep expanding our business. And it even talks about expanding your business here. Watch this. So I'm just going to get rid of all that fear that everybody's trying to put on you from spending your money. It's ridiculous. Okay. Then they say many of the chambers of Main Street. Okay. Greater flexibility on how to spend those funds to support their businesses, employees. And I'm going to add in there, and families. Many of the chambers, Main Street employers throughout the Southern Nevada could use the renewed, because this is a Nevada senator talking to and dealing with a Texas senator together. That's how they work. Renewed EIDL program is the opportunity to meet non-payroll expenses. You hear that? There we go. Let's talk about where we're going to spend this money. And they need to loosen the grip, because they can't just tell us how we're going to provide our business and make it better, because they don't know our business. This will also give them meet non-payroll expenses that are associated and required with operating their business in a more flexible way during a time in which they still need to support to rebuild their operations. The first time we've heard it right here, to rebuild, using that money from the EIDL, from EIDL loans and grants to rebuild your operations. And everybody's saying, oh no, you can't expand your operations. Oh no, you can't do this or that. When right here they're saying, okay, wait, we're figuring this out as we go. As we're seeing, you guys need to spend your money elsewhere other than these little contingencies that were put in there. So I'm just going to put that to rest too, people. If you get the loans and stuff like that, you know your business better than anybody else does. But I mean, take into account of what they said, and you want to buy American products and do your best to do what you can to grow your business and to expand your business. Hi, I was denied. Channel Porter says, I was denied because of the error entering my cogs. Yeah, everybody, a lot of people did that. I requested for reconsideration and sent docs 3501 on 7/4. How long will it take before I hear anything? Hey, Ophelia, how's it going? Good to see you. It could take a while. I mean, channel, you were denied an error requested on 7/4. Oh, you still haven't heard anything? You might want to get on the horn then, because 7/4, that's a while. That's usually 2 weeks, and you're right on the cusp, at the edge of it. So if Alicia was here, she could tell you about how long it took. I think there were times when Alicia took, thank you, Sharon. I think there were times when it said Alicia took a month. Or then again, we have a lady who comes on here. She's really cool. She's very diligent. She applied 4 times and is now being approved and talking to senators, the office, and getting more than what she had asked for on her 5th try. So with that said, people, hope is there for reconsideration as well. So channel, go ahead and give them a call or give them a, Just Julie, hey, still no email, opening the portal. Yeah, it can take time, for sure. It can take time. Christy Spaeth applied in the May, declined the loan in June. Got email request for the bank info. Did that. Emailed PDC. Emailed return stating no funds available. Now what? Emailed returned stating no funds available. Applied in May. January, March, April, May, June, July, August. Wow, June, July. Dang. June, got email request for bank information. Did that. Emailed PDC. Emailed return stating no funds available. Now what? Kristen, you didn't use a Cash App, did you, Christy Spaeth? You didn't use a Cash App, did you? Like Chime or something like that? Because that's what I hear. I hear that a lot when people use the Cash Apps. Oh, Just Julie, did you call that number? Ophelia Weathers. Good. And you got an email today saying I will be assigned to a loan officer shortly. Loan officers are good. Loan officers are really good. That's cool. Congrats. It's moving forward. It's moving. They're doing their jobs. They're doing the best they can. They're doing the best they can. Used bank account. Okay, so Christy used a bank account and she was declined in June. Got email request. Okay, so you got declined. Email returned stating no funds available. So you were declined in June. And okay, so what you're going to have to do, did you get declined, Julie or Christy Spaeth? Did you get declined for the loan or the grant or both? Okay, apply once. Didn't let me decline, so I accept the 1K loan and get declined. Email said we have withdrawn application number from active consideration. How to get advance. Oh, so you must have put in more than one application. Ouch. Yesterday was told to receive email, waiting patiently. Just Julie, aren't we all trying to wait as patiently as we can? This is getting so like everybody's just this week. I mean, they're pumping. They're actually getting busy. So you were declined a loan, Christy. Is that from? Did they give you a reason? If they give you a reason why you were declined, you need to send in for reconsideration. Try to build up your credit and stuff like that. Attack the reason and tell them you're working on it. It's simple. It's really simple. But yeah, Jeremiah Yah Israel. I've not got an email. It reads your application is being processed. Only got 1,000, so they owe 9K. That's kind of that's kind of it. Yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell. They don't owe us 9,000 yet, but they will if they pass this. What you're seeing, this the subsection S4227 would prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, eligible small businesses shall receive the $10,000 grants. So yes, Israel. Yes, that's exactly what would happen. Is if they pass this, you will get another 9,000. Congrats. And I got a feeling it's going through credit history. Yeah. Okay, Christy, there's ways you can go out there and get your credit boosted up at least by a couple points. Reconsider. Keep pounding on them. Don't stop. But yeah, tell them about your credit history. Explain it to them in the next one, and make sure you put your in reconsideration. Make sure you put your application number there and say, "I'm working on improving my credit, and there's things you can do to practically improve your credit overnight." Go onto the YouTube and watch them, and do those to be diligent to do that. You'll get it. Ask Alicia. She'll probably be on here tonight, and she'll tell you all about it. Cosmo Internal. I had received the loan, but no grant. When I called the SBA agent, said they had not marked the box for the grant. I am not sure about that. What should I do? File reconsideration, and in the reconsideration box, say I would like my grant. Sharon Pulliam. I have been in contact with my disbursement officer for my reconsideration. She is really nice, walking me through it. Got the 1K grant. Congratulations, Sharon Pulliam. And also, if this bill passes, since you got that grant, you'll get another $9,000 if this bill passes. So we got to push it, and I think it's got a good bipartisanship right now. So hopefully that goes through. It'll be even better than getting one grant. You'll get 9 more of them. I accept the loan, the grant. I don't think I will get it. I got accepted for the loan, the grant. I don't think I will get it. I applied and cutoff date. So how do I get the 1K? You're going to get the 1K. Just relax. You're going to get the 1K. Not sure when, but the people who didn't get the 1K, they just threw $80 billion in the Fed to make sure you guys get your money. So don't worry. You'll get the money. You'll just pop up in your bank one day probably. So you'll be happy when that comes in. That's going to work. Not only that, but you might get 10K. So we'll see how that goes. Anthony C. I received both the loan and the grant. I was wondering why my loan was not bigger. After the fact, I realized that I put all my expenses and cost of goods sold. Would you recommend I do from here? I would also, Anthony C., I would recommend that you apply for more money from the same lender. Go back with it. Reconsider me for more money. I would like a larger loan on the fact that I put this instead of this. So yeah, go back and go and ask for more money. People are doing that now. What is the credit score needed to be approved for EIDL? The lowest I've seen is 513. They got 22K. But I also heard of people at 500 or 483. I think Just Julie was here. Not Just Julie. I'm sorry to say you, but Just Julie. But Alicia was here. She had a 483. They denied her and denied her. She bumped it up to, I don't know, 560 or something like that. But within a short amount of time. But right now it was at 513 was the lowest I've seen. But they just readjusted it again. And that was when it first started. So now it's even lower. I believe it's down to 500 in the high 400s, low 5s. And Channel Porter, what is the credit score? That's okay. I answered you, Just Julie. Do we know yet about what we need to advance on the loan? I only got 20K. I want the 10K. Don't we all? Yeah, we all do, and we all should get it. We don't know right now, but more than likely they're going to pump it to those people who only got $2,000. They'll get the other 8. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the system, like it's a eligible business. They only got this much. Pump the rest of the money to them. That's how it goes right now. But we're going to keep our eye on it. I'm going to keep my eye on it. And if I see anything, I am going to be getting this video up and telling you guys, look, we need to do this. We need to do this now. But I'm staying on top of it, and I'm watching these senators very closely in Texas and Nevada, and I want to listen very hard to what they have to say, and I want to hear that gavel say done. But anyway, and I got a feeling it will be. Here we go. How do we get started when this comes into effect again? We wait, like we've been doing the whole time, like everybody's playing the waiting game here. We're going to keep playing the waiting game and be the first on the cut and go for it. So let's just pray for it, Anthony C. We pray for you too, brother. I read an email 624 stating I received the advance, but I haven't. Okay, if they say you received it, that means they're going to get it to you. But you need to make sure you get with them and make sure you give them the right bank account number, because sometimes those bank account numbers are really a crazy thing. King Young Park applied June 15th, approved for the loan 2 weeks later. It's been a month and still no 1K. Got an email saying no more grant funds. Will I get my 1K? Yes, you will. Who's telling when? As soon as they put these funds in the bank. Right now, the funds are going through the extra $80 billion for the EIDL loans that were not taken care of. Yes, you will get it. So Stay tuned until when that goes through, which is probably going to be during the next stimulus package, but you will get that K. So that's good news, King Young, and you might get 10K. You might get 10K because if they pass this other one, every eligible business will get 10K with no contingencies. That is so wow. It's mind-blowing. Miko, you should still get the grants, but you need to make sure that you get the, as long as you're an eligible business, you get the grant. Diana Rodriguez, I'm present. Welcome, Diana Rodriguez. Welcome. Yike, input my bank information when I applied. I don't remember me checking the box, but regardless, will I still get the grant? And also, do I have to reply? It wouldn't hurt to at least reconsider. Send in a reconsideration application. Load them up, guys. Load them up. And not only that, hold on. I'm going to give you guys hold on a second. I'm going to put this thing here. I'm going to give you guys this link to the Senate committee. You want to get your name in front of some people. You can click on that link that I put up, and that'll put you into a Senate committee application to let them know. It kind of will let you push the Senate and say, hey, we want to push this loan out. We want to push this thing, and I've been waiting so long, so I'm kind of upset. Here's my name. I'm very upset that nobody's gotten with me. And let them know what you're thinking about that. And that way we'll give the Senate Senate committee a push to keep you going, and it puts your name in front of somebody who actually may be able to help you do something. So I'm also going to put up this link here. Hopefully I don't lose everybody by them going to other links, but that's okay if I do, because as long as you're making money, and that's good with me, as long as you're getting further, that's what I want from you. I just want to see you guys prosper. Thanks, Julie. I appreciate you so much too. Thanks. Okay, Caesar David, I got the loan. Does this mean I'm getting more money? Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to get the grant. If you got the loan, then you're eligible for the grant because you're a business. And if this thing goes through, this piece of paper that you're looking at next to me, then everybody's going to get at least $10,000. Here's also want to put out there, I'm going to read this again. This new bill would prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 provided. You're the eligible small business we're talking about here. And also, I'm going to put this up here too, because I want to read this. The new bill would require the EIDL advance grant to be dispersed to eligible businesses, that's everybody here that we're talking to, within 3 business days. That's kind of pushing it. They might come back and say, well, we can't do it in 3 business days. We'll do it in 2 weeks. They might come back and say, well, can we do it in 1 week? Let's try it there. But anyway, to be dispersed quickly is what they're saying. We need to get this money out there within 3 business days of the request, not to be contingent upon approval of a loan. So you don't get the loan because your credit score sucks. Your credit score is rotten. It's horrible. But you know what? Here, take the 10 grand. Let's move forward, because with 10 grand, you can improve your credit scores. You can do things that would improve your business. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that works. Anyway, I'm getting excited about this. Maybe I'm getting too excited about this. Maybe I'm just the one who gets so excited about money that, I don't know, everybody here seems to be pretty excited about money. That's why you're here. Reconsideration loan application. Here you go. I'll give you the email to that. Copy. Let's see if you get this. Okay, I just put in a PDC reconsideration at SBA.gov. You take it to your email, copy and paste it and add it and put it in your email for reconsideration. Make sure you put your application number, your name and the date and stuff like that so that they know where to put you in line. But there's the reconsideration thing. You need email number you need for reconsideration. Just go in there and type them and let them know, hey, I'm really in need of money. I think you guys made a mistake. Reconsider me because I'm getting my credit score up, and tell them all the positives. These people want to hear positives. When you go to reconsider, they want to hear the good. They don't want to hear the bad, like your ship down, we're going down hard. They don't really want to hear that. They want to hear, hey, I have a chance of getting my money back. It's a private lender. Anyway. And do I have to reapply for the application? No, you can just submit that, send them a letter to reconsideration right there. That should get you where you need to go. What do you need to be approved for the PPP? Ferris, have you not signed up for the PPP yet? Ferris, Crude up. You haven't signed up for the PPP yet. People, there's still 180 billion or something, like 150 billion dollars for PPP. It's free money. It's forgivable money. Go on to, okay. Fundbox is one of them. This is for PPP. Fundbox, Fundaria, I think it's called, Cabbage, and Blue Vine. Go to one of those. I did Fundbox. This is for Ferris. I did Fundbox. What do you need to be approved? You need a business. You go in there and tell them all your private information. You know, pull blood from your baby. They'll do all kinds of stuff, but you'll get the loan if you're, you know, if they qualify you. The worst they can do is say no. Trice T, have you heard anything? And it's all forgivable too. You get the money back, or you don't have to pay it back. Trice, have you heard anything regarding the submitting business tax return information? Yes, everybody. I had to submit my information. Everybody has to submit their information as far as getting your loans concerned. They want to see some business through Blue Vine. Yeah, Blue Vine is good. I've heard good things about Blue Vine. Kenny Wayne, so do I need to reapply? We don't need to reapply yet. Nope. Vanessa Joseph, what if you were denied loan unsatisfactory credit? Shouldn't you have received the grant? Yes, Vanessa, you should have received the grant. They didn't do that, but they're trading that to contingencies are changing, and everything's changing. So if you were denied because of credit score, I would reconsider. I would go for a reconsider and try to improve your credit score overnight, which you can. If you put enough effort into it, you can improve your credit overnight and get that loan. John Hall, anyone has challenge with their credit report? Experian has independent contractor. If so, how did you write the reconsideration letter? Oh, okay. Yeah, you just go online. Here's the reconsideration email again. It's right there. And email them. Be honest with them. Be straight with them. It's like, hey, here's my business. I'm legit. I've been in business for 3 years. We're taking a hit right now, but we're trying to pull things back together, and let them know. Make sure you put your application number down. They got me they won't qualify me because of my credit score was poor, but the credit scores are changing every day. They can be lower, they can be higher. It's like a stock market. It's right when you get in. Some people get in on the right time. Some people don't. So you got to reapply or be reconsidered. You can even throw another application in. I've heard people reapplying and then they say, oh, you've already submitted one. We'll take the better application and put this application back here and throw the other one down. You just don't stop trying. There's certain ways. I put the number in there for the Senate. There's things that you can do to keep pushing it. The more you push it, the more chances you are of getting that loan. I got cut off again. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Okay. Sorry, guys. I got cut off. Reconsider. Anthony C. I recommend doing the PPP through Cabbage, not Blue Vine. Blue Vine was giving me issues, so I switched to Cabbage. I got approved immediately. The money was deposited within a day. Thank you for that information, Anthony C. You hear that, people? If you don't go through Blue Vine, you go through Cabbage. And here's another thing. Everybody out there, you can go through all of them at once. You can throw your application in at Fundbox. You can throw your application at Cabbage and Blue Vine. You can have your application in at 10 different ones. You just can't accept more than one at a time. And you can even let somebody know, hey, I've got my application in over here too. So and they're not going to give you the money before you click the button. So you can if you got time on your hands, submit it to everybody. The more submissions you got out there, better chances are you're going to get the loan. Thank you for that information, Anthony C. Thumbs up on you, boss. For my application, I was automatically eligible for the loan. I applied on July 11th and the cutoff date. I input my bank account information, but the text review and sign the closing documents, it is not highlighted. Yeah, it's probably gray. Yeah, it's probably grayed out. That means that the portal's closed right now, but they're going through over your loans. They're making sure all the T's are crossed. Yeah, you'll get the loan if you're pretty much on the gray. If you see the gray there, they're going to open it. It's going to be green. Then you're going to click it. But I hate it when it's gray and you're clicking and you can't. It sucks. I know. Yeah, so don't worry, Ike. Everybody goes through that one too. It's cool. Caesar David, they told me that I ain't want the grant on my app, but I don't remember that. Yeah, you probably don't remember it. And it was probably like a sneaky little checkbox. So Caesar David, shoot him a reconsideration. Say, hey, I know I got this, but I really eligible for the grant. If you could please send me the grant my grant money, I appreciate it. Be nice. They're nice people. They just didn't know any better. And also, here's another thing. If the government sees that you were eligible for the grant with this next one coming in, that you were a legitimate business and you should have been eligible for the 10K, I got a feeling that we're going to be seeing all of it, and it's going to be amazing. So anyway, SAGs. Hey, I got my email for $40K loan, but it said verify identity unsuccessfully. I called and submitted, and it says it completed. Will I receive the loan? Yes or no? I applied on July 10th before shutdown. SAGs, hopefully you didn't use a Cash App on that, did you? If you got a Cash App, that could be a red flag that might not go through. If you're using a regular bank and 40K loan, they said verify your identity unsuccessfully. You know what can happen there, SAGs? What can happen when you verify your identity and it says unsuccessfully? It means you could have your business name and your personal name in two different areas of the loan application. You need to make sure it's both one. Like if say SAGs 2K is the name of your business, but your name is Joe SAGs, and on your bank account you have Joe SAGs, they're going to want to see Joe SAGs on your business and bank. So you got to change that. It's just a hiccup. It's going to be fixed if they're saying you're good like that, and they just need to reapprove your identity and stuff like that. That's all they want to do. Is they want to verify your identity so they can give you that $40K loan. So do whatever they ask. Send them your paperwork. Send them this and send them that, and they'll figure it out. It happened to me. It happened to me that I had to re-verify my identity. It took me 2 days. It takes some people 3 weeks. I don't get it. But I guess it all depends who your loan advisor is or your loan attorney. So just verify your identity, and you should be good to go. Rock and Rod, you're back. What's up, bro? No advance in government response. Thank you for contacting the PDC Reconsideration team. Your request will be processed and order it was received. Waiting game now. Yep, that's the way it goes, my friend. But at least you're in, and your email is there, and you've got your reconsideration in. So that means you're going to the next step. That's the way it goes, man. We gotta wait. These people are so packed with, man, just think if you work there. Dude, that must be a stressful job. All these applications and all these people yelling at you saying, where's my money? I couldn't do it. That would be crazy. Anyway, John Hall, I got denied on Blue Vine and Cabbage because of a loss, line 37. Oh, I don't know specifics on that one. Sorry. Dang. Because of a lost line on 37. You'd have to go into your tax returns. I don't know that offhand. It could be profit to loss margins, right? Maybe you were too short on that. I don't know. Way to go, Ayoke. You got the loan. T-Page Vlogs. If you got the loan, what can you do to get the grant? If you got the loan, you should get the grant. If you got the loan, you should get at least $1,000, because if you're a business, you have at least one employee yourself. It should come. Either way, if you didn't get the grant, send them back a reconsideration. Say, I would like my grant. I'm eligible for my grant. And I think I got the reconsideration. Send them. Boy, load them up, guys. Load up that reconsideration. We need everybody saying, I'm reconsider me. I need my money. To pay, okay, SAGs 2. No, I used my Green Dot account. I applied a day after the funds ended. Do you think I'll get considered for the grant? Second time around. After the funds ended, the funds are coming back. Affiliate power source, the funds are back. So if you applied, hopefully you applied sooner than later. The day after the funds ended, yeah, you should get it. You'll be considered for sure, because everybody's going to be considered. But yeah, the money's back in, and they're shipping them out again. So it might take a little bit more time for that round, unless you're in this round, or if you just did it not long ago. They're shipping a lot out this week, dude. They have put a lot of money out this week. A lot of people have gotten praise reports all week about I got my money. Yeah, SAGs. I know a little bit about PUA, but not a whole lot. A little bit. Channel Porter F277 goes through. Do you think we'll get the rest of the grant if we are independent contractors who put 0 number of employees? Good question. Good question, Channel. If we put 0 number of employees, eligible. Let's look at the fine print there, Channel. Let's check it out. This is what we're here for. We help people. Let's go here. 427 says, prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on the idle under the bill All eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act. Oh, and if you're a small business and you're eligible, what you need to do maybe is just go ahead and put in maybe a reconsideration for a grant. If you put zero number, you're a small bit. It's every small business is supposed to get 10K advance. And the contingency that the government ended up putting in was, oh, it's $1,000 per employee. That was the contingency the government's put in. So that's a good question, and it's probably going to be answered shortly. Now that you asked it, I can't be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure every business that has put in for the EIDL loan / grant advance. Oh. If you put zero number of employees and you didn't get the grant, that's a good question. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to get back with you on that channel. Stay tuned. We'll get back with you tomorrow on that. I'll get you an answer. It says I'm eligible for the loan. I can take it out, but I don't want that. So do I still have to do it for reconsideration for me to get the grant money? I've heard people say yes. I've heard people say no. I took it and I got the grant money, but I would, dang, why wouldn't you want a loan for that price, dude? You could, if you're getting $1,000 loan, can't you make $1,030 back? That's the percentage that you'd have to pay back. But anyway, if you don't want the grant, there's ways to go about it where you can contact your loan officer and say, I don't want the grant, boom, 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 or accept the grant and repay it back immediately. People are doing that too, or accept the loan and repay it back immediately. People are doing that too and getting the grant. They're just trying to get that. It's kind of like they can't break through to give you the grant. They can't break through. They got to break that barrier. You would think that it'd be figured out a little bit better than it is right now, but yeah, there's certain ways to do it. But the PUA, yeah, might actually have a relative who works for the PUA in Florida, but I don't know much about it. By the way, I still haven't accepted or denied the loan. If there's a way to decline the loan, how do you do it? There's not an exact way to decline the loan. Some people are just waiting it out. And I think it's, 30 days? If you wait 30 days, it just declines. Cash App is something like the Apple Square or PayPal or Venmo or Chime or something, money transferring app. So the grant is still $1,000 per employee or $10K for a small business. Oh, it is supposed to be $10K for a small business. It's supposed to be. So if they come back with the contingencies, we're hoping that we get $10K for the small businesses. Yes, for every small business available. Let me go back to that other one. I will show you the other piece again. I'm going back and forth with no contingencies here. So the no contingencies would be approval for the SBA EIDL grants to be dispersed in small businesses, to be eligible for small businesses within 3 business days. So require the EIDL grants to be dispersed to eligible small businesses. Now, the eligibility would be that you're a business. To have employees would be a positive thing, but that's what Paycheck PPP is about. It's not what EIDL was supposed to be about, and it ended up being about that too. Okay. No matter how many employees. Yeah. We're hoping that that's the case, to pay. We're hoping that that's the case. My son, he has $5,000 in loans, but not the grants from his grants at all from June. What can I do? My son, he has the $5,000 loans, but not the grants at all. Yeah, you got to wait for the grants. You got to wait for it. And if you didn't get it, from June, July. Yeah, that's still ways away, but submit a reconsideration or get on the horn. There's numbers that you can call that will get you a little closer. Dude, I'm going to throw this number up there too. I have heard good things about this number. I'm going to give you a number, guys. Try that. I'm here to help. 1-800-366-6303. Give a call. Call her Deb. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. And just call that number tomorrow. See if you can get that. See if that number can help anybody here with questions that would really need answers that could be a little bit quicker. Be very nice to the person on the other end of that line, please. I haven't accepted or denied the loan, but is there a way to decline it? You can just wait it out, Ike. I'm just curious. I want to know more. Yeah, we all do. We all do, but we have gotten different answers from the SBA agency on how to decline the loan. A lot of them say you can't decline it, you have to accept it and repay it. You have to do this and that, but anyway. Is it true we have to have a business account to get the money? Oh yeah. Well, you don't have, no, you don't have to have a business account. You have to have a business. A lot of people use their personal account to have a business, but they can't use a cash app. It might be different for the, listen, it might be different for the grant because you can get your grants on anything. Everybody, you can get your grants in mail sent to you in paper because it's a grant. It's not a loan. People are not looking for a steady, solid bank to give you a grant. It's free money. It's yours. It's like getting a IRS tax return check. It's that. So you can get your grant on anything. It might even work in a Chime account. The only problem with those money transfer apps is sometimes they have limitations to what they can receive. So it's not even the app itself. It's the apps, or it's not even the fact that it's an app, but the fact that the app has limitations to deposits they can receive. Caesar David, hey man, to be honest, if it wasn't for you, I would be lost. Well, thanks, Caesar. I hope I can help. Yeah, I'm trying to help you out as best as I can. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have anything to do tonight. I'd probably be watching The Office or something. Anyway, thanks, Caesar. Appreciate it, boss. Kimberly Gracious, I never got my grant. Contacted my representatives. Hasn't helped yet. Really? So you're still working on your grant. Did you try the reconsideration, Kimberly? Try that number I just gave too, 1-800-366-6303. And there's also a check your status. Common questions to check your status, guys. Copy. I'm going to put this up here, this link. On that link right there that I'm just sending, you can go there and you can check the status of your loans and stuff like that. It's got a little portal and stuff on the bottom. You click the right part. It comes up in this like little chat thing, and you click in there and check status of your loans. You have to have your information ready, but it's a pretty good thing. I'm loan on June 24th and no grant. Okay. Yes, sir, affiliate. I was denied my loan June 24th and no grant. Yep, reapply, reconsider. Reapply and reconsider. We know a person, her name is Alicia. I don't know if she's here tonight. Hey, Alicia, you here? She was denied 4 times. Now she's on her 5th and she's getting paid. So, and she's dealing directly with the senator's office. So yeah, she was very consistent and she got the money. We told my son they cannot give him the money because he don't has a business account. I tell my son that they cannot give him the money because he doesn't have a business account. Yeah, he might be using an app. If he's using an app, then it's not really considered a business account. That's probably the problem. That's my guess. Because, yeah, that's different though. It's still kind of weird. Kimberly Regis. You did. You already reconsidered, and they haven't got back with you on that, Kimberly? Interesting. Melissa Williams, am I still eligible for the possible 10K even after applying July 11th and getting approved for the loan? Yes. Everybody's eligible for this. Everybody is eligible for this. There's not going to be any limitations to this thing. Let me read this other part for you, Melissa. Did you read the other part with no contingencies? It is right here. It says dispersed eligible businesses with 3 business days request, and then not contingent upon the loan. And then that prohibits the administrator from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses shall receive the full 10 grant. And basically, if you're a business, you're eligible. This is crazy, people. This is crazy. If we get 10,000, I would be so like, wow, it'd be so cool. And it can happen. That's the beauty of it. It could be our reality very shortly. Okay. Thank you, Lord. It won't let you check Chroma relief status. It makes you exit the screen. Are you talking about that link I just gave you? You've got to go down to the right, bottom of the right, and click that blue there where it says chat text. And that will go up, and that will go to the questions log. Yeah, the other things are just there, but you have to go to the bottom right of that link, of that page. Sorry. Okay, reconsider SBA.gov. Do I email this? Yes, you email it. Email it directly from your email that you applied with. Like if you applied with iyike@yahoo.com, you would email it from iyike@yahoo.com. If that's where you were getting your information back in your denials, you would go through that email. Lane Young is independent contractor, trucks driver, good. He has a personal account for 8 years. Yeah, man, he's good to go. He should be okay. I know a lot of independent contractors that drive trucks that have gotten their loans and their grants. So yeah, he's qualified for sure. I have a relative who drives a truck too, and he's qualified. Kimberly Gracious, yes, I did. It said it needed to be send taxes, but I didn't make enough last year because my business was new. Okay, that could be the problem, because I think you had to have your business be started up by, what was it, March of last year or February of last year? If you didn't start that up on time, then that could be a problem, because there's no getting around that. Dang, I wish you could send taxes, but I didn't make enough last year because the business was new. Right? Yeah, that's a lot of people's problems, and that's hopefully that will be an issue that's solved with the no contingencies, with the 10K that could help people out. Where actually, a lot of minorities are going to be seeing this EIDL loans being coming to them because they had been starting, their businesses were pumping. Man, their businesses were growing this year. Oh, it hurts me so bad because I see so many minorities businesses that were going out the roof, that were just skyrocketing, and then this thing happened. So hopefully they take that contingency away for your business. I mean, if you started your business in December of last year, this thing hit in January, February. So if you already had a business going, it just sucks, you know. Hopefully they can do the contingencies on a lot lesser of a basis. So let's pray for that one. Hopefully, Kimberly, I'm going for you on that one. Today, Sanders, I was approved for the loan but never received the grant. It's been 3 weeks now. Send a reconsideration, saying a letter out there saying I would like my EIDL grant. And if they say, oh, you didn't check the box, well, check the box for me then. You know, I'm a person right here. You know, I'm a person. If I have a business, then I have an employee. I am my own employee, first of all. And that just irritates me that you have to check a box. And they're saying, oh, they didn't check the box. Come on, really? Really? Oh, gosh, give me a break, SBA. You guys got to get that one fixed. Come on. Just Julia, I tried to help my brother, and he always using my mom and dad's account. They wouldn't put my grant in because his name wasn't on the account. So we opened up his own name, and they said it'd work now. Sweet. Good job, Just Julie. That's brilliant. Way to go. Good thinking. Way to go. So way to go. Angelina Van Dyke, can you quickly go over the topic, the facts, the show again? Because I just tuned in and I'm trying to catch up. Okay. Angelina Van Dyke, we are going over the SBA bipartisan agreement between the Senator of Nevada and of Texas. And it's SBA Section 4227 would prohibit the SBA administrator from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, eligible small businesses would receive the $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act. So if you only got a $1,000 grant, you'd get another $9,000. And let me show you the other one too. Good news here. Good news. And here, let me go to this one here. And also, there's no contingencies with it because the act would also require the EIDL advance grants to be dispersed to eligible small business within 3 days and request not contingent approval. It wouldn't be contingent it wouldn't matter about your loan. You wouldn't have to be approved for the loan. If you were a business, then you would basically get the money. So that's what we're talking about today, is getting $10,000 that we were supposed to get, the people were going to get, thought they were going to get when they applied for this thing to begin with, and they never got it. But we could get it here. We could get it. So if you only got a $1,000 loan, if you only got a $1,000 grant with your loan, boom, here's another $9,000 that you were supposed to get. $10,000 per business. That's hopefully that keys you in on it. Thanks for joining us. Just Julie, he's a singer and he plays all over the Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. He still lives at home, so why didn't he have his own account, right? Well, you know, those musicians or loners, they got to be alone. No, I don't know. He's a musician. That's cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm just guessing country, but I could be wrong. No. They deny me because of my credit history. What can I do, please? Okay. Lagrange, reapply. Post for reconsideration. I will put the email right here. Again. Here's the reconsideration. Email this direction and post reconsideration, and go onto YouTube, Lagrange. Go onto YouTube and find ways that you can fix your credit score within days, moments, and by the time you get a reply back from them, you could have your credit score up a little bit more, and they've just lightened the restrictions, so maybe then they can come back with another answer for you, hopefully. Then, thanks, you just tell my son watching your video to understand how to do, and he need to call SBA again tomorrow. So I'll thank you watching your channel. Thanks, Nguyen. Appreciate it, Lang. Appreciate it. Yep. Hearts to you, too. ASIF, I applied July 8th for the loan, but no 10K grant. Please help me reapply to wait. Please suggest me. I applied 8th, denied for a loan, but no 10K grants. Okay, here's one thing. When you're denied, there's a whole bunch of different reasons. Now, if you got certain reasons that are beyond ever getting accepted, such as like say you owe child support or something like that, if you owe the government money, yeah, they won't give you the grant. It disqualifies you and automatically. But if it's something like a credit score or something like that, or your business wasn't, they can't find your business, there's certain things you can do to fix the paperwork, to make it look better, to make yourself shine a little brighter to them. No 10K grants. Yeah, they need to make sure that you're a business, and you can't be using a cash app either. You have to be using, your cash apps might get you a grant. Could, but they are definitely not going to get you a loan. So I'm not sure what the circumstances are. It says businesses before February 2020, I thought. Before February, no, 2019, you had to be a business for a year. DDYAT, I applied in May, just got my loan denied July 20th, called SBA, said no money. I want to get the grant. Yep, that's what we're here for. You got to reconsider, sign in and reconsider. And you can always get your reconsider for your loan. And if you need to reapply, put in a new loan and make sure you check that box. And they just came back with all this money, so they're going to be dishing out more money. So hopefully that you can get that. You got to keep trying. Never said anything about my business being newer. Really? Okay. Yeah, there are certain stipulations to your business has to be on a certain date, or pre-qualify for, it has to be up for a certain date. And the taxes that you send them usually gives the impression whether your business is old or new. I just did it and they emailed me back. Sweet. My request has been received. Cool. That's what we're here for. We help people. You need to email them. Everybody that's calling, letting us know that you were declined, send that in right now. Send your reconsiderations in right now. Put your number, put your application numbers and all that stuff. Get ready for it. And processed. Way to go, Yike. Good to go. ASIF, credit history. Okay, ASIF, go in and hit reconsider. Go to reconsider and send them another email, and then go to Experian. They can teach you how to get your credit score bumped up within a day or two. They can fix some things, and now the credit scores can be a lot lower. So if you gotta push for this. You gotta push for it. You just can't keep asking them without doing something. We gotta keep on pushing. Okay. Credit scores can be fixed quickly. Coleman Gill. Can we use the loan money received for buying a new vehicle for my biz? Coleman Gill, they are being more flexible. If you were in the business of, say, you a driver, Uber or something like that, and your car broke down, you need a new car, or your business is gone. If I was a loaner, I'd lent you the money. I wouldn't just say, okay, no, I want you to sit at home and pay your bills until you're broke. Now you got to do things for your business. And here, let me also read this. This is part of the new act, because I know everybody's scared to spend their money. Don't be scared to spend your money. Everybody's out there trying to say, oh, the feds are coming after you if you spend your money wrong. Well, if you spend it stupid, yeah. Hold on a second here. Senator Rosen says, I'm proud to introduce the bipartisan bill that would provide additional funding to the EIDL and EIDL advanced programs, as well as eliminate SBA's arbitrary and harmful caps on loans and grants available to eligible small businesses. This important legislation will provide more capital business. Listen to this one, Coleman. This legislation will provide more capital to small businesses that are in true need of help, while giving them a greater flexibility on how to spend those funds to support their business and employees. Flexibility on how to spend your funds to support your business. Who knows that? They don't know how you need to support your business. You do. My business needs a new car. I needed a new computer. I had to go buy a new computer for my business. And do I see on there, you can't buy a computer? That's my business. I need it. So I'm going to be more flexible to keep my business afloat. That's what we do. I'm not telling you it's legal yet, because it's not, but they're going to make it. They're trying to make it more legal, the way you spend your money. And to be able to justify how you spent your money, if you can justify it to somebody who lent you money, why'd you spend your money on that? They may ask. And you can say, well, I had to buy a car. Well, what do? I'm an Uber driver. If you say, I had to buy a car, and what do? I work at McDonald's, and I needed to get back and forth to work. Well, how much did you spend on your car? Did you pay the whole? You know what I mean? It's common sense, people. It's common sense, Coleman. So don't be afraid. Do what you think you need to do. You're a grown man, and you know what you need to do for your business. And if you need more money for your business, say, hey, I need to buy a car for my business, and make sure it's American made, because that's one of the big things is like, please buy American products. So, hey, I'm going to go buy a car. It's going to be a Ford, a Chevy, or some kind of a Nissan that has American parts in it. I don't know. But you got to make the numbers work. We're smart people. We can make numbers work. Okay. Lang. Love your channel because you answer all the questions as an individual person. We need help. I'll be sharing all this information with my friends in your channel. Thanks. Thanks, Lang. Appreciate it. I hope we got you somewhere. What about loans being deposited through Chime? Mark, I have heard I've heard things about Chime. The one thing that I heard was one of the people that got with me said, hey, I had my money in Chime and now it's gone. It disappeared. What can I do? I don't know exactly what happened. And then some people say a Chime account had money in it from the SBA and it was canceled. I don't know about that either. But one person said, I got money in my Chime account and I withdrew it right away, because they knew that there's something tricky going on with Chime where there's certain, I don't know, glitches, I guess you should say, that private lenders see Chime as more of just a money transferring app and not a business account. As far as loans go, Chime is really sketchy, because it's a red flag for any lender that sees a Chime or an app, a money transferring app as a business. But as far as your grant goes, depending on their deposit limits in Chime, as far as your grant goes, it's like a stimulus check. It's like a IRS tax return or a grant. Free money is yours. Where do you want it? You want it in Chime? They should be able to give it in Chime. Now, if Chime doesn't accept it, if they don't accept the grant, that's their bad, because they should have accepted the grant. It's money. It's your money. That didn't matter how you get it. But lenders, on the other hand, if I was loaning you money, I would say, I don't know if I like putting it in an app that can just be pulled out, and there's no, nothing to be done about that. So Chime, I would personally not recommend it. I just send them application number at this point. Do I just wait on my signs? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so send them your application number. Make sure you have that in. And when you're telling them about your reconsideration, say you had a low credit score, let them know. Say, hey, I'm working on my credit score to get it higher. I understand that was my reason for denial. And I know you didn't know where my business was. Well, here's some more information. If you can upload tax forms, even a photo ID or not, just things that let them know, hey, here I am. I'm legit. My business is legit. Let's get this thing done. Help me out here. I just send them my application number at this point. Just wait, and my signs. Good, cool. Yeah, you just wait right now. And now back to the topic, everybody, here, because I'm getting ready to go. We are in the midst of seeing what we might be seeing will be a $10,000. Wow, I'm still blown away by this. I don't know why I'm the only one talking about it. Everybody's going to be talking about it. Where's the clear tax value guys? Should be all over this right now. Clear tax, you should be all over this, and I don't know why you're not. Okay, require the new bill would require the EIDL advances to be dispersed with eligible small business within 3 days, and request not to be contingent upon a loan. Loan or not, you get the 10 grand. If you only got 1,000, you'll get 9 more. Prohibits the SBA administrator from being placed from placing limitations on the EIDL advance. Under the bill, eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act. That's beautiful. Vaunt G, I called but haven't been assigned to a loan or grant. Keep calling. Keep reconsidering and keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop pushing the envelope with them, because there's people back there. They're very busy, but got to keep pushing for it. I was not denied. I accepted for the loan. Oh, cool. And hopefully I get my grant. Yeah, if you just submitted a letter to them and said, hey, man, you forgot my grant, or I forgot to check the box. Duh. Well, it's not too late to go back and check the box. Go back and say, hey, I need you to open the portal again so I can check the box or something, or check the box for me and send me my grant, because I'm a legitimate business and there should not be any contingencies at all. And the SBA administrator, the new rule is that it prohibits them from placing limitations. And that's what we're seeing here is limitations. And once they stop with the limitations, everybody gets that 10K. And that's what we are being hopeful for. Well, everybody, I am going to cut this long because I've been talking a long time. And I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope that I could answer most of the questions that I could get to. Ernest, if you're out there, thank you for watching, and I miss you. And I just want to say thanks, Ophelia. Appreciate you coming. And Coleman, thanks. Mark, good questions. Vaunt G, thank you. Ike, thanks. Just Julie, peace out. Kimberly, thanks again. Asif, thank you. And Coleman, appreciate it. Thanks again, guys. And man, we're gonna keep going with this, and hopefully this could come up tomorrow. This could happen tomorrow. We never know. This could happen tomorrow. Yeah, there you go. Okay, Kimberly just looked it up and says the time business opened and waived because of COVID. You just have to have been in business before the pandemic. They're already lifting limitations then, if that's the case. Cool. Thanks, Ophelia. Have a good night.